It's your man, Prince Moshe, your host with the most. Like, share, and subscribe. So, it be these Freemasons that be causing all the problems, you know what I'm saying? These Prince Hall Freemasons and, Eastern Stars, that have sold their soul, that have bowed to bow for money. You see what I'm saying? They sacrifice their children to Molech, and because of the things that they've had to do to acquire and gain wealth, they try to get in the way of the Most High God and stop the plans of the Most High of the Most High God, Yahuwah. Well, I trip, but I never fall. I just said though, you know what I'm saying? This is what we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? This is why Yahusha said that you can't serve two masters. But that go on a whole deeper level too. But at the moment I'm talking about, just the gist of, in everyday life. You see what I'm saying? Because this society goes all the way back to Babylon, during Nimrod's time. You see what I'm saying? See, in Daniel, the Most High told Daniel to seal up the book. You know what I'm saying? Because in that time, information shall be rampant. And so that anytime technology is rampant, anytime you see technology, that it's the end of a civilization. That's why he told Daniel to close up the book. You see, and a lot of what they don't teach you, you know what I'm saying, in these churches and things of that nature, is that there was technology way back then too. You know what I'm saying? That's what the temple, the Tower of Babel was. It was a tower, you know what I'm saying? A tower of communications. They try to make it seem like, we were dealing with a bunch of cavemen and prehistoric people who didn't have common sense and, to do things, because you have to understand that these fallen angels, they've been coming for a long time. You see what I'm saying? And they've been teaching man, certain things. You see what I'm saying? And doing certain things which the scriptures prescribe or, warn us about. But, you got to understand that these people use technology, to, we already know through the cameras on our phone, they can look at us and watch us. The cameras that you got on your smart TVs in your rooms. That's why I never put a smart TV in my bedroom. But they got it now to where they can watch you through the Wi-Fi. You see what I'm saying? So, but you got to understand that these people, they use this technology to basically keep you under control. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see all these data centers and stuff going up. They tracking your data. These flock cameras, they tracking you. You know what I'm saying? Through real time, through these cameras that they put up, they can track you. You see what I'm saying? This is what they not telling you. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming to that one world, where they make sure that they know where everybody is. And, they know where you at. You know what I'm saying? But, facial recognition and all that stuff. But, yeah, man, that's what's really taking place. What we are dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to stop the plans of the Most High, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? They got people in every position, you know what I'm saying, that you could possibly imagine. You see what I'm saying? In the way. And the Most High, is getting fed up. That's why you see the calamities and things going on. You see the natural disasters, the climate shifting. You see what I'm saying? Because judgment is being rendered for the wickedness that's going on. You see? So you got to understand that, you got these people that, these judges, law enforcement, you name it, chefs and restaurants, you know what I'm saying? Hotel managers and, all these people, that's why it's called a secret society. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a secret, you know what I mean? But they put certain stuff out because certain people have exposed them. You see what I'm saying? So because they've been exposed, they got to make it seem like, well, it's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? But it really is. And that's the real root of the problem. You know what I'm saying? That was the very thing that was going on during Yahushua's time with the Pharisees. You see what I'm saying? They were also a part of the secret societies. I think that when you go back and read in Jeremiah, I think it was either Jeremiah or Ezekiel, when Ezekiel or Jeremiah was, I think it was Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to recollect so I can remember, but I'm pretty for sure it was Ezekiel. Ezekiel went and looked. The Most High told Ezekiel to go and look, to look inside the wall and see, because I think to look in the wall and see, because he opened up the wall and the priests, they were in there worshiping Tammuz. You know what I'm saying? And which is basically what your Eastern stars, worship, the star and the crescent. You see what I'm saying? They was, writing hieroglyphics on the wall. You see what I'm saying? The same thing that was being done in Egypt, which, you could consider Egypt and Babylon, it was all the same at the time, Mesopotamia, at the time. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to understand these things, what's going on, that who was in, these people that are in these groups are actually Luciferians. You see what I'm saying? They really worship Satan. You see what I'm saying? That's why Yahushua said no man can serve two masters. You see what I'm saying? You're either going to love one and hate the other, or hate one and love the other. You see what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of these people who are claiming to serve the Most High God, Yahuwah, but really, you know what I'm saying, they're part of lodges. They're part of the Eastern Stars. They're part of, you know what I'm saying, whatever name of the group that they got in the city or wherever you at. You see what I'm saying? And they follow you. They watch you through your camera. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, the gang stalking and stuff like that. It's like, really, nothing you can really do about it but accept it, you know what I'm saying, and let the Most High Yahweh deal with it. You see what I'm saying? It's like weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't really too much come on here and talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, it just come with the territory. But, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people who sacrifice their children, you know what I'm saying, to Molech. Especially, you know what I'm saying, when you see, certain lawyers and stuff, come on stage, it, you know what I'm saying, because they are a part of the problem. They are a part of the fraternities. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? These people have sold out for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the best interest of, of the people in mind. You know what I'm saying? Of Israel in mind. They only thinking about filling their pockets. You see what I'm saying? So, these are the things that we got to be aware of. Because, like when I was growing up and, I didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family could be part of it. I know my brother is. He a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? So he a Eastern Star. You know what I'm saying? Under the he fall in with the Eastern Star. Now my other brother, I don't know what they do in secret. You see what I'm saying? Because the truth don't have to be done in secret. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. Because, you know what I'm saying? And that's why he said, you know what I'm saying, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. You know what I'm saying? You people can hide in the darkness and do your deeds in the darkness, but you will be exposed. You see what I'm saying? That's why we see all this stuff going on with the Epstein files and, you know what I'm saying, the Epic files or whatever. Excuse me. I don't think I can say that out here, but that's why we see these things coming out in the open now. You see what I'm saying? Because the things that was being done in the dark for years that nobody even knew about, they coming to the light. Yeah, that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? These people is being exposed. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't much that you can do because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, these people are in all parts of government. You know what I mean? Like, anytime you can, you know what I'm saying, you got the papers right there in your face showing you, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, and then you don't go make an arrest. But if you did something on the lower level, something that, you know, a crime or something, your ass will be in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, you know, they think they're above the law. You know what I'm saying? They can commit crimes and do things that they want to do, and nobody has to pay for it, and they sweep it under the rug because, you know what I'm saying, they are a part of this society. But when it comes to you see what I'm saying, if you do something wrong, then, you know what I'm saying, they want to throw the book at you and get the full extent of the law against you. So, you know, you just gotta, you know, understand, you know, what we're dealing with. That's why it's so important to have a relationship with the Most High Yahuwah and be covered. You see what I'm saying, by him. I didn't understand this when I was young. You see what I'm saying, dealing with these people who built their house on sand. Now my house is built on a solid foundation, and people are mad because I understand without Torah, I'm nothing. That I don't know what's required of me, you know what I'm saying, without knowing Torah. And the sacrifice that Yahushua HaMashiach made when he gave himself for our sins. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't notice when I was young because I was just going in there, you know, hooping and hollering and, you know, stepping, fetching like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But when I realized that I wasn't like them, then I left. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, like, share, and subscribe, man.